Okay.
Okay, and it's done. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a minute. Mm, okay, that's fine. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, girls. The topic for today is a narrative. A narrative talks about a story. Yes, it's when you write a story. Remember a story like it has um the first part is when you talk about the space, the time, the characters in there. The second part is a medium part in where the characters have problems. And in the end is when the characters solve the problem, the story ends, and maybe let us or teach us something in the story maybe. So a narrative is that a story. Tell a story. It's when you are telling a story, okay? So we have a preparation here. I'm going to open this link and we are going to solve it together, okay? So let's start. Okay, we have three groups here, okay? Non-specific time expressions for starting a narrative, expressions for ordering events, or expressions for bringing the narrative to an end. In every group, we have to choose two statements, okay? Give me a minute, please. Okay, girls, let's do the activity together. What do you think maybe this statement? In which group you put this statement in the end? It is an easy one.
In the end is in the last one, expressions for bringing the narrative to an end.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. And I don't know, about 2 months ago.
Mm, Maybe expressions for ordering events.
Yeah, because you are expressing or you are telling maybe the time in a specific, as in a specific time. Okay. About 2 weeks later.
Uh, in the same, expression for ordering events.
Oh no, I have a mistake here because it is not the not the answer. Sorry. About 2 months ago, it's not for ordering events. is for starting a narrative. Remember, when you are starting a narrative, you are telling like 30 years ago, like a once, in a once time, like a to identify the time and to tell your readers when this event happens, so that one about 2 weeks later, you say, girls.
Uh, in the second, expressions for ordering events.
Yeah, in this case, it is correct. Okay, eventually.
Maybe the last one.
Yeah, expressions for bringing the narrative to an end. One Saturday last month.
Non-specific time expression. Ah, no.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
yeah, you're right, yeah. Non-specific time for starting a narrative. And after a while, obviously, it's expression for ordering events. So I'm gonna to submit my answers. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so let's continue with our class. Okay, so in this part, we have to read, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraph. Please, one of you read one paragraph, the next one the second paragraph, and in this way, okay? Maybe Camila, please start the reading.
About 2 months ago, I was having a coffee with my cousin at a coffee in town. We were talking about my 18th birthday party. Ellie mentioned a friend of mine, Tom, and asked if he was going to be there. I haven't seen him for months. I replied, I am not even sure that I've got his number. While we were chatting, I took out my phone and checked.
Um, it was a beautiful party and I was getting everything ready. To my surprise, I had a call from Tom. Naturally, I told him about the party. Why, why don't you come along? I suggested. He accepted the invitation.
When Ellie arrived for the party, I told her what had happened. It's such a coincidence, I said to her. I hadn't spoken to Tom for months, but he phoned today and he's coming to the party. At the party that evening, Tom and Ellie got on really well together.
In the end, Tom explained what had happened. You left a long message on my voicemail, he said. You must have dialed a number by mistake when you were in a cafe. You were talking to Ellie about me. I heard everything.
Okay, thank you. So now we have an exercise here, okay? I'm gonna to share with you the text in the chat. Give me a minute. Okay, it's here. The text is in the chat, and you have to um, You have to write the letter according to the intention of the writer, okay? For example, in which paragraph, A, B, C, or D, the writer set the scene, describe the ending, describe the lead up to the main event, and describe the main event. Please write in the chat, girls. I'm gonna to share with you this part. Give me a minute. I'm gonna to stop sharing my screen because um give me a minute to share with you. Okay, guys, girls, tell me when you finish the activity. Girls, did you finish? I'm gonna to check it out. So I can see the chat when. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. So this in paragraph A. Describe the ending in paragraph D. Yeah. Describe the lead up to the main event in paragraph B. And describe the main event paragraph C. Yeah, you're right. That's the answer. Okay, I'm gonna to show you. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue with this activity. Okay. In this part, it is a writing strategy, like a writing guiding, because we have like a tips to help you when you are writing a story, a narrative. For example, number one said you can make your narrative more interesting by using comments, adverbs, such as luckily, unfortunately, thank goodness, etc. Okay, when you are writing or when we are writing a story, we need to maybe to connect ideas or like describe a little more maybe a character, maybe the space or the time. So in this part, or to help you with this part, maybe you can use adverbs. Okay, remember the adverbs, the most part of many adverbs finish or end with L and Y. Like if you, for example, if you have a look, that is in Spanish, suerte, you add look, an E, an I, L, and Y. And the same thing is when you use unfortunately, because we have unfortunate, and you add L and Y. And the second tip is when you are narrating events, use a variety of tenses, such as past simple, past continuous, present perfect, used to, etc. Because when you are writing, or when we are writing a story, maybe we are describing events or things that happened, okay, that happened in the past. So you need to use past tenses. The easy one, or to describe the events, is past simple, but you have, or you can use maybe past perfect, or used to it is not a maybe an ideal tense to describe events, because it's like in Spanish solía. So maybe you can use used to at the when you are starting a story or when you are ending. But this is my opinion. But I use past simple and maybe present perfect. But use the tenses uh, that you need, or that you prefer. Okay. So in this part, maybe see, 5 sentences. Okay, in this part we have to complete the sentences with our adverbs here, okay, and one connector. Girls, uh, do you know the meaning of all the words here? Luckily, sadly, suddenly, to my surprise, wisely. Oh no. If you want, I can explain it. Okay.
Teacher
Um,
Wesley or Wisely? I don't know what is it.
Wisely, remember, wise, uh, till the E is like sabio. And the
Ah, ok,
adverb is
como
like
sabiamente,
sabiamente.
pues.
Mm-hmm.
Ok.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start, I think. Please, Camila, read the first one. Incomplete, please.
Okay. It was cold and cloudy, but um,
And maybe when you are reading this part, it's like, yeah, you can say cloudy, but American English is like this D is like R, I don't know, like cloudy.
cloudy. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you think it is the first one? Um, um,
The first,
I recommend you to maybe read the complete sentence to maybe to focus, okay, on the meaning. For example, it was cold and cloudy, but there were lots of people on the beach. Okay, maybe when the day is cold and cloudy, it is common to say many people in the beach. Not really. So, the sentence is giving you an idea about the word because we have two contrary ideas, two opposite ideas. So in this part, we have to use to my surprise, okay?
Yes.
To my surprise. This is the like the right answer. Because, yeah, remember, we have two opposite ideas and we don't have another word to describe this part like this opposite ideas. Okay, and what do you think, Gina? Please read the second one.
Okay, so I lost my wallet, but luckily I found it again.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, luckily. Okay, and Camila, again, number 3.
Suddenly, a car ran into us. I didn't see it coming because it happened so quickly.
Ah, you say suddenly. Yeah, this
Yes.
is the right one. Suddenly, a car ran into us. I didn't see it coming because it happened so quickly. Okay, number 4, Gina.
Sadly, my grandmother is rather ill.
Yeah, sadly. And the last one, obviously, wisely, Joe saves a little of his pocket money each week. Yeah, girls. So thank you. And let's move. Okay, in this part of our class, we have to write a story. And we have to write 4 paragraphs because in the first paragraph you have to set the scene. Like maybe it's in a forest, the beach, a city, the place you want. The lead up, you know the meaning of lead up? What is lead up, girls? Girls, are you there?
No, teacher, I don't remember.
No? It's like maybe an event or a point
Ah, yes.
or a sequence that leads up to something else. It's like how do you say it in English? En español es como lo que, el hilo conductor de su historia. Es como que lo que va, sí, lo que van a desarrollar. Okay, the main event is in the third paragraph, and you have to describe, yeah, the most important action or the most important thing about your story or your characters. Maybe, for example, is you if you write or if you choose a forest as the scene, you can say La Pablito Perez last in the forest, and yeah, the night comes. I don't know. And the ending is when you solve the problem and when the story ends, okay, or when the story finishes. So oh, let me check a thing here. Oh no. So with this, um, yeah, we're gonna to write the story in the chat, okay, girls? So please write in the chat. I'm gonna to share with you this part in the chat. Let's choose a scene, okay? What do you choose? I'm gonna to to help you. A forest, as I said before, the beach, maybe this a city, a big city. Another scene, maybe I don't know, the mountains. No, the scene with the scene you prefer. Okay, remember you have to write as a 4 paragraphs story. Okay, so I'm gonna to give you 15 minutes. It is enough time. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. If you have any question, I am here. Okay. Okay, girls, let's start with the reading of your stories. The first one is from my namesaker Camila, a family trip. A year ago, when I was traveling to Medellin, I went with my parents and my little pet. The trip was nice. My parents were really happy because they were going to know that big city and different attractive places there. The next day, when we arrived there, the weather was very attractive because it was sunny. It was a perfect day to walk in and get to know. We had not traveled for a long time. About an hour later, we were to visit famous places like Botero Park, Comuna 13, among others. There were a lot of people when suddenly I lost my pet. Its name is Sacha. We were worried and sad. We spent several hours looking for it and we thought we would never find it. In the end, my mom decided to go back to the hotel. She did not want to go out anymore because we lost the dog. Luckily, on the way to the hotel, we saw that she was running. She was disoriented looking for the hotel. There where we arrived. Thanks goodness we found her. Okay, it is a good story with a happy ending. I love it, Camila. Okay, let's. Oh, what happened? No, I think it's okay. It's done. Let's read Gina's story. Dreams can make true. One of her biggest dreams since she was a little girl have been becoming a well-known fashion designer based in London. After school, Anne used to spend time in her room for hours designing the most unique and colorful clothes and accessories. As soon as she heard one of her parents approaching, she scrambled to hide her designs and pretend she was doing her homework. Anne used to live with his parents in a faraway cottage of a small and odd town at the outside of Belgium. Naturally, her parents were always working hard on their farm and asked her to do the same. After much insistence, they let her do primary school in a small school 3 hours from her home. Anne knew very well that this was the only exception they would make, as their parents needed help and did not believe in studying, let alone making the ones you love. When she was a grown-up adult, she decided it was time to make her dreams come true. Undoubtedly, it would not be easy since she had never had her family support, but it did not stop her. For all the years she worked at the farm, she saved some money in her piggy banks. When she opened them, she found out there was enough to hire someone to help their parents out so they won't put up too many obstacles and feel lonely. It was finally her time, and would leave her house and move to London, that faraway and enormous city that she had imagined so much. After so much effort, she made it to London, but instantly realized she did not have any money. She had given it all to her parents, so she had to put on her dreams a bit more. And there was Anne working all day as waitress in a cafe, and expressing her imagination in real and outstanding designs in her small rented room in the center of London. Okay, great story and an inspiring story. I love it. Girls, you have talent to write stories. Congratulations. Okay, girls, thanks to be here. Please, um, I'm gonna to ask. I'm gonna to yeah give you maybe two favors. The first of all is please to fill my attendance form. Write in the chat your full name, your course, your zone, and your email. Okay, and please fill this form Maybe to, oh, it is a mistake here. Maybe to assess the sessions in our language community. Remember, the next week is our last week in the year, okay? And maybe see you next time. Please write in the chat this data, okay? To fill my attendance form, uh, fill this form and share the screenshot in the chat, okay? And have a nice day, guys, girls. Thank you to be here. Sí, yo sé que ustedes sacaron de su tiempo, pues les agradezco muchísimo porque realmente ayer fue algo inesperado y por eso programo mis sesiones en las noches porque es más cómodo para mí, pero muchas gracias, chicas, y por favor me regalan sus daticos y me llenan la encuesta de satisfacción. Muchísimas gracias y que tengan un excelente día. Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good day.